Hold on here. What is that?
A drink maybe? So McDonald's is always just like a hit or miss because sometimes it could be good, sometimes it can't. Sometimes they're ready in the drive-thru, and like right now we waited like what, 6 to 10 minutes, which
We were like,
I mean isn't a lot, but it's kind of long for McDonald's.
yeah.
You know, McDonald's is supposed to be fast food,
Yeah.
but whatever.
But we did get there really quick.
Yeah, we're actually heading there anyways to get some food, but still. A lot of young kids right now since school is out.
Now at least, and then what, mid-August when they go back, or end of August?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people aren't ordering out because when we were doing it, I think school was still in session, right?
Yeah, it's ending. Or
So
going
maybe during school a lot of people don't like cooking out, so they just get a lot of stuff delivered, as opposed to summer vacation when
people
I
are
guess
home and they can cook
yeah,
as a family.
could be a possibility, but I don't know.
I guess every area is different.
When we first started, it was pretty busy. We were getting like one after the other.
Yeah.
I think the most we got in like a 3-hour period was like $80, right?
Yeah. No, it's close to the 90. With like
Well,
7 or 8
with all the tips, yeah. And that was just in 3 hours.
That
But
was midday, but I didn't go to work.
yeah. And then one day we did do like a little bit longer. I think it was like 5 hours. I think we did, and we almost got like close to $130. I think that one time.
Yeah.
And that was a good day, but yeah, it all depends.
You gotta put the time in.
Yeah. I mean, it's just something to pass the time and get a little extra cash while doing it. And it's a lot easier having somebody with me than doing it by myself. I've done it by myself. It's, to be honest, really boring.
Well, yeah, you're in the car all day, or the whole time, not talking to anyone.
Yeah, so,
No,
I mean, it's definitely a lot better having somebody here
And
with you.
safety-wise, it's better to have someone, they can, if anything looks weird, they can call the cops right away.
I mean, I don't even know if that's an Uber policy that you can't have people with you, but I mean, it's your car.
I don't think they would know.
I don't think they would know, but I don't think they should matter anyways.
Oh, it's not that way.
But who knows? Let's Thank you, Jeeps and Jeeps. something that would be a little better for Uber is having a different way to navigate, because these maps sometimes aren't reliable. Like that one time where we had to go and take the food to, what was it, like a community park or something?
Like a hotel, right?
Yeah, and the route that Uber gave us was saying to turn on a street that was that was no entry, you know, and it's just kind of like surprising because, I mean, what am I supposed to do in that situation? Just find a different route. So, I mean, having updated maps is a lot better, especially like if you're using an app like Uber. You definitely don't want to go into, you know, in the wrong street or into somebody else's, you know, home. Because, I mean, so far it's been reliable-ish, but, I mean, you really had to know your way around. We should do a pros and cons of Uber.
Yeah.
So what are the pros? Actually, no, let's start with the cons. Cons
is not what's the word? Like consistent. Like one day you'll get like 5, the next day you'll get 2. So if this is your career, it might be hard to have a consistent paycheck. So it's kind of more like a side gig if you need extra cash. And I mean, we both work, so that's our main job, and then this kind of just to get extra cash on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one of the bigger ones, and the maps that you just talked about.
Well, let's just talk about that one, the pros not being consistent.
The cons, I mean.
Yeah, sorry, the cons. The consistency is bad because from what I heard, Uber like hires a whole bunch of drivers, and there's like tons and tons of people just out there delivering for Uber, and it just gets so congested with traffic that it's trying to pick out which Uber driver to send, you know, and I think that's goes to as why we don't get as much anymore. I feel like after we went to that event that was very fun
In Chicago.
You know, I think after that, the sales or the consistency of getting deliveries went really low.
Yeah.
And I mean, but like you said, if it's somebody's career, I mean,
It would just be really hard for them
yeah,
to get a steady paycheck. And it depends on your area. If you're in a busy area,
right,
you can probably get more, but we're in a suburb of Chicago, so it's
right.
not too busy. But I mean, if you were in like St. Louis, Chicago, I'm sure you'll get a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more choices.
Well, even a lot of people at that event that we went to, they were saying that they don't just have Uber, they have Uber, they have DoorDash.
That's probably the career one.
Grubhub. I mean, these are people that, yeah, like you said, they make it their career, but they're constantly getting different deliveries. When one is not given, they have all the applications
that's
to
a
get.
pro.
Yeah,
That's a big pro.
I mean that's, to me, that's smart. If like you're really into it, like to me,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this is just a side thing. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna quit my job and just do this full time. It's just something to get out the house and kind of like, you know, explore. I mean, we've seen a lot of different restaurants and stuff that we really,
But some new ones.
yeah, I got interested because we went to pick up food and it looked so good. I mean, that's one of the pros. But
Yeah, you get a good variety.
yeah, so we're still talking about cons. And I mean, like you said, just the demand and the consistency is low. Another con is, well, like you said, the maps. Sometimes they can be reliable. Sometimes they can be like, what the hell? Where is it taking me?
Right.
You know, and it sucks because if you don't know your area, or if you're unfamiliar with an area you go to, then it can be really tough trying to deliver on time in a timely manner.
Yeah. Especially if you're by yourself. because it can get scary.
Yeah.
Not knowing where you're going.
I mean, for us, we try to stay in the same area because we know it, and I mean, it'll probably be a lot easier to navigate if we ever do get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really branch out.
We have navigation in the car, but even that, I mean, just, you know, it can only go so far as well. But you would think an app that's connected to the internet would have constant updates as to where to turn or new streets that are coming up and stuff like that. I mean, that, to me, that's just a huge issue for me is the maps. What's another con?
Probably like, well, back to the consistency and like gas. You go through a lot of gas, and if you don't get a lot of hits, then you're kind of just wasting gas. And then you get gas money, and if you rely on Uber to give you gas money, and you're not getting any hits, then it's like we have to keep stopping and pulling over, and then it's summertime, so it's hot, and we're sitting out in a hot car, and so yeah, I guess that's just going back to the consistency. If you have a lot of orders, then
that is true. I mean, sometimes we get lucky when we sit at our favorite spot, and we get
around all the restaurants.
Yeah, we tend to go or stay in between the two busiest locations.
Like strip malls.
Yeah, and we do get a lot of deliveries from just staying in one little area, and when we do have to sit there for a while, I mean, it does get a little boring and stuff like that, but you don't want to keep driving around, and like you said, especially in a hot summer day when you have the AC on, just wasting gas, and then at the end of the day, it's not really worth it because you're just putting all that money that you made into your gas that you just spent just driving around looking for jobs. So, and then like you said, it goes back to the consistencies, and but yeah, I mean,
yeah, you have good days and bad days. And your good days, you can you can make a profit.
Yeah.
And have gas money, you can have spending money, and then you can have a little money left over between paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is just some extra income. Not a lot, so it's not like we're expecting to make
hundreds
a lot
of dollars.
Right, in like 3 hours or something. We literally just go from, maybe 5 p.m. all the way to 8 when it starts getting a little dark. So, I mean, we're not doing this all day like she said. We both have jobs, and this is just something we do when we're bored.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, to everybody in reality, is the pay, I guess. I mean, like I said before, we're not expecting to make thousands of dollars here, but the pay can be just a little bit more. I feel like what you do, and I mean, I don't know. It's, to me, the pay can be a little more, but at the same time, I guess it does make sense. If you look at a delivery fee from like a pizza joint that you buy from, I mean, they'll charge you $4.
Yeah, and then a tip.
And a tip.
So we get all the tips, and then we get, depending on the delivery, we get how much money that the delivery makes.
Where's 95th? That's the right.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just go.
59 is 95th Street.
Yeah. So, going back to the pay, I mean, you're making like, if it's a really close job, like 4 minutes away, like right now, it's just like what, $5, $5.45. I mean, so that's just a delivery fee, and I mean, if you get a tip, that's fine, but
McDonald's, we don't get a lot of tips.
Yeah, McDonald's is usually one of our least favorite spots to go to because it is such a common place, and there's McDonald's everywhere, and
get tips.
Usually the people that order McDonald's are the ones that literally live across the street.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we go to fancier restaurants or fancier takeout places, I mean,
then you get a tip on top of the delivery fee.
But usually, what I've noticed is when people order from those locations, they live farther away.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a pro right there because, I mean, when you do get those really nice, expensive takeout places, they're usually from customers far away that don't live nearby. So they're trying to get some delivery to their house. That's
like a delivery driver usually.
Yeah.
They would do.
So the way Uber pays is they don't pay you going to the restaurant, obviously, because if they're gonna pay you to go to the restaurant, I mean, somebody can just take their sweet time getting there and, you know, rack up some money right there. So what they do is they go, and as soon as you get to a restaurant and you pick up your food, you hit start delivery, and then it gives you the navigation, and then it tells you the estimated time and mileage, and it goes from there. I mean, if the further it is, the more you make money. The closer it is, you really don't make a lot. And like she said before, on a hot summer day with AC, you just travel, like, you know, across the block. I mean, that's, I'm not saying you're gonna eat up your whole gas right there, but it's consuming, you know, some gas just to go across the street. But I mean, that's just a
chance you take.
Yeah.
Pros would be part of the consistency. I mean, if you have a lot in one sitting, then obviously you get a lot of money, a lot of tips, and then you could rack in like $50 to like $80 on like a good day. And some people actually get over like 100, depending on where the area they're at. That's probably another con, is whatever area you're in. Because if you're in a less busy area, you probably won't get that much.
Yeah.
But if you're in a more busy area, that's a pro and a con.
I mean,
then you get more.
I guess you're not really doing it for the tips. I mean, it's nice to tip. I think we always tipped our drivers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time we ordered food for Uber or anything, we've always tipped. We always thought that was like a given, you know. You always have to tip your Uber driver, but
yeah, I mean, you tip at a restaurant, you should tip your.
When we started doing it, we found out that no, not everybody tips. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. We're not in it for the tips, but it is nice when people appreciate your service, and I try to be as quick as possible as I can, and efficient. I used to send people a message every time, like, hey, I'm on your way, there's a little bit of traffic, I'll be there as soon as I can. But over the course of time, I mean, some of them didn't really appreciate it and stuff like that, so I kind of just stopped doing it. I still have yet to receive a review on my Uber profile.
Started.
Yeah, but I've already done like 24 deliveries, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure people don't get them for a while.
But I mean, yeah, a pro is when you do get deliveries, it does add up. And like for us, we only do this for like 3 hours. If we do end up getting a bunch of deliveries, like maybe 8 or 9 deliveries in those 3 hours, we make like what, $20 to $25 an hour. So we end up making like roughly $70-$80 for 3 hours, which is not that bad considering you know, a lot of places don't even pay that much an hour. So
yeah,
I mean, it's nice. Now, if that consistency was throughout the whole day, then we would definitely be thinking about switching careers.
Yeah, I would quit my job in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That was the case.
But it's not, so.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's kind of a con, too, is like, if you ever look at an Uber app and you look at the maps, or you look at your bonuses, as they say, the bonuses are usually in a certain area, and I guess that area is more like a high volume, popular place where there's like a lot of deliveries and stuff, and you get like maybe 1 to 2% extra in delivering in those areas. And I found out that they're really far from us, and I kind of wish they would kind of like go and spread them around instead of having them in just specific zones. I mean, I understand they might make a lot more money there, but you know, it's just kind of annoying when you see those on your map and you're like, oh man, I should go all the way over there and
That's like
start
2 hours
delivering.
away.
But going back, that's not our area. We don't know it, so we're not gonna go take a chance and deliver for some areas that we don't know. And living in Illinois, I mean, it's a given. You can be in the nicest area or you can be in the worst of areas, and you just never know. I mean, I kind of always live cautiously, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna put her in danger. If I was by myself, I'll probably do it. But I'm not gonna put her in danger. So, but I mean,
We got another delivery.
another pro is
Starbucks.
no, not Starbucks. That's not a pro.
No, that's where we're going.
What's another pro?
I guess Starbucks could be a pro. You know, if you like coffee. Another pro is like when you're with someone, like when you're driving with someone, you get to like talk to them and like spend quality time with them. So like for us, it's nice because we both work. So it's like after a long day at work, we can do this and talk about our days and kind of just have alone time, but also make money at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess that's good if you have someone like a friend or boyfriend or husband or wife or sister, brother, whoever, parent, just to have in the car and talk. And then plus it goes with like safety. You'll have someone else be there if you need help, and like, so yeah, that's a good pro.
Mm-hmm.
One of the good pros.
It gets us out of the house.
Yeah, and like on Saturday and Sunday, we do it for like 4 or 5 hours maybe. So we get out of the house, we can explore, find out new restaurants, and see what they get, and if it smells good, we try it. And so you get the diverse. You can have a diverse place to eat. Places to eat.
Totally
I don't know
like
what you
that.
call it. Classic. Oh, I thought that said cotton candy cake. I'm like, what are they serving at Starbucks now?
Where?
It's right there, classic coffee cake, but I thought it said cotton candy
Oh.
cake. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they really serving cotton candy cake? No. Ooh, the matcha green tea. That's the one I would always get, but now I can't.
Yeah. I guess the con for you, now that you're pregnant, is you can't have food that you used to have.
Yeah, I smell it.
Like sushi, when we used to get the sushi
Yeah.
deliveries. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not fat, I'm pregnant. Just a disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess a con for if you're pregnant, like sitting out in the car, and I mean, at my first trimester, I don't want this to be like a pregnancy vlog. I know this is supposed to be Uber vlog, but I was very nauseous, very tired, low energy. So I guess sitting in the car on a hot summer day, it kind of drains even someone that's not pregnant. So it was kind of rough for a while, but I'm getting my energy back.
Energy!
And the nauseousness went away, so that kind of helps because I can do this with him and he won't be by himself.
What's another pro? I feel like I had one on the tip of my tongue and now it's just like...
Another pro would be... they can't even see my belly.
It's there. They can see my belly. My belly is huge. I feel like I had one and now it's just like... boop, disappeared. We talked about... I mean, obviously, it's quality time if you're with somebody. It's a nice...
If it's good consistency, then it's good
Yeah,
pay.
it's consistency.
If it's a good area, then you get
Yeah.
consistency.
Oh yeah, I mean, like staying in your area is always nice because at the end of the day, if you finish your shift, you can always just go home right away, or you can go home in between and just keep having the app open and then just wait until you get
you're not at like a 9-to-5
request.
job,
Yeah.
and you don't stay there.
right.
You can have flexibility, I guess.
Yeah, flexibility.
You
There
can
you
be
go.
flexible and like what we do sometimes is if we're going somewhere, we have it playing or on. Like if we're going down like to a store or something, we have it on. And if we get hits, then we stop, or you know, and then we go to the store and turn it off, and then we buy our stuff, and then, or like if we're going out to eat, we'll turn it on before or after. Like it's, I mean, you can have the power of turning it on and off before and after you go anywhere, and you don't have to worry about having like a boss and them telling you what to do, or having like a set schedule or stuff like a regular job would have.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Yeah, Melissa. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
You too, thanks. Drinks come in a bag now.
Wouldn't have known that.
Okay.
This is actually our first Starbucks, or have we ever had Starbucks before?
Yeah, right. I think this is the first one.
What's another pro?
That's about it. I guess not having to work for somebody. You're your own boss.
Yeah, you can make your own schedule, your own boss. You just need a car, pretty much, and just that's pretty much all you really need. Just a driver's license and a car.
And a clean background.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like for anything.
And insurance, obviously.
That's
but
what's car. Yeah.
You have to have insurance regardless.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's nice too. If you know, if you don't like to work for, you don't like to work for anyone. You don't like to work or have a boss, or if you just like to, you know, do something on your own, then yeah, this could be a good career if you make it your career.
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, I've never done the Uber driver before. I just do the Uber Eats delivery. But, I mean, I don't think I would ever want to have somebody, a stranger in my car.
Yeah, you hear a lot of stories about that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I'm a really kind of private kind of guy. Well, not really too private.
Cautious.
But, well, yeah, but I also like to keep my equipment and everything nice and tidy. I don't like people just coming in here. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's dirty or anything. I don't think that's not what I'm saying. I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. I'm not a chauffeur.
It's for some people, but not for everyone.
Oh, she took the red light in a minivan full of kids.
Oh, what does that say?
You do see a lot of crazy drivers.
Yeah.
That could be a con. You just never know
Who you're gonna run, or who you're gonna be around.
Yeah.
You're pretty much just driving.
Yeah.
That's pretty much your.
I mean, a lot of these people, especially in the times that we work, are just getting off work and they're tired and they just want to go home, and you know, they're not really paying attention as much, so it can be really kind of a dangerous spot to be driving in such heavy traffic. And
Yeah.
you know, and then at the same time you're looking at your map, and you're also distracted, so that's a bad thing on its own right there. That's a con. So, you know, that's
The GMC. Got your Starbucks, Melissa.
yeah, we got here. He did not look like a Melissa.
I mean, $3.51.
Woohoo!
Alright, let's get a good one next. One with a tip.
That's what she said. What? The guy's license plate said KGB.
The Office fans out there. That was a funny.
Or Russian fans, I mean.
Oh, yeah. And I just know from The Office.
The KGB waits for no one.
Yeah, that was funny.
So now we're gonna go to our favorite waiting spot. It's not too bad temperature outside. Woo, that's great.
Yeah, it's 81, so it's cold off.
It's better than being like close to 100 and humid.
Another pro is that it will say if you're in a busy area. So when we see that, we try to stay in that area because then we can get more orders. So right now ours says you're in a busy area, expect trips soon. So that's where we're gonna sit, like where we sat, where we were talking about before, in between like two busy strip malls areas with a lot of restaurants. So hopefully we get a few more before we have to be done for the night.
So one of another things I just thought of, when you do a delivery and you pick it up in your area, but you have to take it really far, even though it's going to be a good payout, once you get over that area, you are prompted to have, or you can get another delivery. I don't know why this car is stopping. It's green light. You can get another delivery out in that area, and it just keeps taking you further and further away. Like one time we had one get a pickup in somewhere a little closer from where we live, but not too far. And then as soon as we got there, we got a message for another request for delivery, and we took it. And as soon as we delivered that one, we were already outside of our town, way outside of our town. Yeah. And then once we delivered that, we went to pick up the next food, and it took us even further. So we were
probably about 45 minutes away.
Yeah, we were kind of away, like almost an hour away
from. Like we took the expressway, I think, right? Or freeway or whatever.
Oh, it was just a really long stretch of road, but yeah, it was far.
Still, yeah, a good 45, like 35 to 45 minutes away. So at that point we turned it off. And we came back and then we turned it back on. So yeah, I mean that's one of the pros.
And I think that was our last delivery because I think it was really.
It was getting late. Yeah, it was like after 8, so we just turned it off.
Yeah.
I don't even think we turned it back on, but you can turn it back on if you want.
Yeah, well, like you said, you make your own hours, but I mean, and I think we got a good amount.
Yeah.
For that, I think it was like what, $13, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty far.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but like you said, it's better to know your area. So yeah, one time we got a delivery from Panda, which is funny. We had a delivery from Panda. So we got there, and I think that was our first day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our first day.
Order.
Oh yeah, it was our first order, first day. So we get there, I go in and I say, hey, I'm picking up for so-and-so, and my phone vibrates, and there was another pickup for the same location. So you can get multiple pickups in the same location. Now, even though I got the first order from that the specific lady, it chooses the fastest route for you. So the person that ordered second got their food first because instead of going out of your way, you know, they got their food first and they had to wait.